If I had to guess one room in your home you're neglecting, it's probably your bedroom. So in today's video, I'm going to share some tips and tricks on how you can make your bedroom look and feel expensive for under $100. These are little things that probably never occurred to you, but I promise you are going to instantly elevate your space. Now, before I spill these trade secrets, I do want to say a huge thank you to QVC for sponsoring today's video, but I'll tell you more about them later on. Let's get into it. So trick number one to making your bedroom look expensive comes down to your bedding. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to get striped bedding. Something about striped bedding, it just makes your space look so much more luxurious, and stripes are a very, very powerful tool in interior design. So when you have vertical stripes, it actually helps something feel longer or taller. If you have horizontal stripes, it's going to make something feel wider. So whatever it is you're trying to accomplish in your space, stripes are going to help do that. So if you have nice long vertical stripes on your bedding, it's going to make your bed look even more grand. It is going to stretch it. It's just going to make the space look bigger than it actually is, which is something that we always want to do, because a lot of the times luxury and looking expensive is equated with something large. So that little hack is going to help you do that. Now, I love this particular set because it not only comes with the sheets, but it comes with shams, and they are wrinkle defense sheets, which means they really don't struggle when it comes to the wrinkles, which I love because nothing really cheapens space quite like having wrinkles. That brings me to tip number two, and tip number two is to eliminate wrinkles in your bedroom. Whether it is your drapery, whether it is your bedding, whether it is on your upholstery, wrinkles never look good in interior design, I guess, unless you're doing all linen, but still, I don't even like that look, even though it's a relaxed look. Now, if you're struggling with wrinkles, maybe you don't have wrinkle defense sheets, you need to have a high quality steamer. I use this Conair one. You know this because I've been sharing it here on my channel for years and years and years and years. This is fantastic because you can use it on your clothes, and you can also use it on your upholstery, your bedding, things like that. You definitely want to like steam and iron your bedding. You definitely want to steam and iron your drapery. It's just going to make things look a lot more crisp and together. I think using something like this in combination with some starch is really going to give you that nice crispy look that you see in a hotel that we equate with luxury. Now, with that being said, am I telling you that you should iron your bedding each and every day? No. What I would probably recommend doing is just steaming or ironing the top panel that you have folded down from your sheet. So we fold down a part of our sheet onto itself, or onto a quilt, or onto a duvet cover. So that's the part that I would keep iron. Besides that, you know, live your best life. You have more important things to do than iron every day, but having those little exposed portions really nice and crisp is really going to help elevate your space. Now, I'm sharing some really awesome products in today's video, and I picked them all up at QVC.com. And I do want to say a huge thanks again to QVC for sponsoring today's video. So you guys know I love QVC. I talk about them each and every month. I'm telling you, my green pan air fryer that I got from QVC is the most used product, not appliance, product in my entire home, and for good reason. QVC has absolutely everything from home decor to beauty items, jewelry, outdoor items, holiday decor. You want it, they have it. They are always updating their website with new finds, trending finds, amazing gifts, pretty much anything you need, they have. One of my favorite things about QVC is that it can be a one-stop shop. So my sister-in-law loves beauty, my mother-in-law loves jewelry, my spouse loves fashion. They have all those things, so I can buy all of the gifts from the same space. Plus, the website is full of useful information. They have reviews, they have tutorial videos, they have all the different color options. I love that there is so much information so that I feel very confident in the decision I'm making when I'm making a purchase. And QVC doesn't stop there. Of course, you can check out QVC products on QVC.com, but they also have content each and every day on QVC TV, which is their YouTube channel. And you guys, I promise you're gonna watch it and you're never gonna wanna click off. They're always demoing new products and showing you new ways that you can elevate each and every facet of your life. Now, if you wanna shop any of the products I'm sharing in today's video, I've linked all the goodies down in my description box. But if you wanna make sure you get them before the holiday season, you definitely wanna act fast. Now, another little hack I like to do to make my bedroom look more expensive is to use rags to keep the little areas dust free. Now, this is something I notice all the time, especially because I create content for a living and I have like those really, really fancy cameras so I can see every little speck of dust. Dust makes a space look bad. It just does do that, but it can be so hard to get every little ounce of dust. I like to use these little Scrub Daddy rags. I think they do such a great job of picking up everything without having to use product, which I love. And then when it comes to the baseboards, I will just take a Scrub Daddy and run it along the baseboard headboard, and it captures all of that dust and debris so easily. It also works on like blinds or shutters if you have something like that. It's just going to take all that debris off and help elevate your space. It's a way to clean a part of your home that normally gets neglected because it's such a pain, but in a really, really easy way. This is also something you could do when it comes to the frames of your artwork. A lot of the times the frames in our bedroom, they get a little bit dusty, they get neglected because you're like, oh, it's my bedroom, whatever. But I'm telling you, you're going to breathe better and your space is going to look a lot more luxurious. I always say to people, you think a space isn't dusty or something like that, and then you give it a deep clean, right? You like wash that duvet cover, you wash that blanket, you wash that tile floor, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a whole different color to begin with. I thought that was off-white, but it truly is a pure white. I just wasn't taking care of it the right way. Now, probably the easiest way to make your bedroom look more expensive, to make any space in your home look more expensive, is to layer on the lighting. So in your bedroom, let me tell you all the types of light you need to have to get that really luxe look. You need nightstand lamps or sconces. Now, I'm kind of iffy on which ones you need because personally, I like a good sconce because I like to have my nightstand for actual stuff and other forms of lighting, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. Then I want you to have some type of like motion censored lighting or like guide lighting. So whether that's like a plug-in sconce or nightlight or something like that, I like something like that in my hallway leading to my bathroom, but I consider that as part of the bedroom. I also want you to have a nice overhead light. We all need to see, we all need to do practical tasks, but I also want you to have some type of more moody ambient light. So whether that's a lamp in the corner, whether that's uplighting behind an accent chair or something like that, even like motion sensor lights underneath my nightstands, I think that looks really nice and chic. I also really like picture lights to anchor artwork. I think sometimes people craft vignettes and they feel very disjointed, and a picture light or a sconce can really pull it together. So those are the different types of light I want you to have in your bedroom. Now, the last type of light I want you to add to your bedroom, which I think is the easiest one to do besides like the nightstand lamp, is just some type of mood lighting like an LED candle. Now, I love this set of LED candles. I think that they just make sense. You get 3 different sizes of LED candles. I got them in like this really nice chocolatey brown color, but they look super realistic. They have a flicker setting and a static setting. You know, that is what I always look for with my faux candles, because the flicker setting makes it look like it's a real candle, but it's on a timer. It automatically shuts off, so you don't have to worry about blowing out a candle or anything like that, which is what I really do love about these. It's just like a nice little element that is going to upgrade your space. And I share this tip in every video because I'm all about doing something really, really easy to elevate your space. But the next way you're going to make your bedroom look more expensive is just to layer on a throw. I want it to be fuzzy. I want it to be thick. I want it to have a ton of texture. Now, it could be a heated throw if you want to. It could be a throw that has one texture on one side and one on the other. It doesn't matter to me, but I want it to add texture. And honestly, I would say lean into the creams, lean into the whites. I think you can do absolutely any color in your home when it comes to making it look beautiful and sophisticated and elegant, but having just like little pops of white and cream really help to elevate their space because they're like clean and minimal and just timeless. Another really easy way to make your bedroom look expensive has to do with how you prepare your pillows. So I've shared tons of tips and tricks on pillow arrangements, and I'll put my different pillow sizing guides up on the screen here. But also when it comes to your pillow and you have a pillow that has like an open side, if you fold it in on itself, you're going to get that nice clean edge instead of seeing the exposed pillow inside. Because I know in an ideal world, our pillows are in perfect condition and all of that, and they look beautifully exposed on the side. But if you've stained it or something like that, or maybe it's just like an old pillow and you don't want to part with it, this is going to give you that nice clean, crisp edge that I think just really elevates this space. Now, this next hack is only really useful if you have a bed that has like a headboard and a footboard, or you have a sofa or accent chair that is slip covered or something like that and you want to elevate it more. Now, I love a good slip cover. There's so many brands now that sell slip covers, and you can elevate really, really affordable furniture affordably, right? Without it looking like tacky and cheap and all that good stuff. But if the slip cover isn't on correctly, it can kind of look bad. So that's why I love these slip covered tools. So they make them for sofas, love seats, chairs, all the different configurations. This just makes sure that all of your fabric is really nice and taut so that things stay in place and look beautiful. So this is something that can be good if you have, you know, a little seating area at the end of the bed or in your bedroom, or like a nice sofa or something like that, and you're trying to tie in the colors from your bed onto your sofa, and therefore you've added a slip cover. Or maybe you just wanted to, you know, increase the drapery, because having more drapery or draped fabric is going to be a huge trend in 2026. But this is also something you can use when making your bed to get your sheets really nice and tucked beautifully. This is really going to be something that's good for a guest bedroom, because this is not something that you want to redo every single night just for the sake of like looks. That is super impractical. But in a guest bedroom, this could be something that really helps to elevate the look. Another great tip tip on how to make your bedroom look more expensive is to really heavily consider what you're putting above your nightstand. Now, I love decor above nightstands, whether that's artwork, whether that is a mirror, but the extent to which you heavily decorate above your nightstand is going to dictate what is on your nightstand. If there is tons of artwork above your nightstand, maybe a lamp is enough. If there's a mirror above your nightstand, you need to take into consideration that whatever you style on your nightstand will be reflected in that mirror. So it isn't just going to be like, oh, here's this vignette of 3. It's going to actually read as like a set of 6 because of the reflection. So you just want to keep little things like that in mind, because things can get really, really cluttered, or they can be perceived to be cluttered if you're not careful. Now, we love the rule of 3 and things like that, but when we were thinking about a nightstand, honestly, I really want you to center an anchor on that nightstand and just have one statement piece or one statement piece that is a set. So I think like a set of 3 LED candles, they really are one and the same. They are truly a set. So that counts as a set of 1. But if you're gonna do a pedestal bowl with moss in it, just do that. Don't do too much. I think people totally overpower nightstands, but they are meant to be something that kind of support you in bed. So you need to leave space for drinks, things like that. I promise you, it's going to be so much easier to maintain. And probably the most overlooked way to make your bedroom feel expensive is adding scent. And what I really love is this candle, because it's actually a secret diffuser. So you get the nice glow of a candle, but you get the beautiful scent from a diffuser. It has so many different settings and it smells absolutely amazing. I have the Citrus Grove scent and it makes my entire bedroom smell like a spa, which is so relaxing. But that's it for today's video. Those were a few tips and tricks on how to make your bedroom look more expensive for under $100. Now, if you want to shop any of the products I shared in today's video, I've linked all of them down in my description box and you can pick them all up on QVC.com. And remember to tune into QVC not only on QVC.com, but on the QVC TV YouTube channel. And if you want these products to arrive before the holidays, be sure to act fast. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and until next time, have a beautiful day.